We're often brainwashed into believing that a slow routine life is boring and kind of unhealthy. But what if I told you that living what society calls a boring life is actually the true secret to productivity, success, and meaning? If you continue to buy into society's expectations, you may end up regretting a life lived for others, not for yourself. Go there! My name is Leo, and in this video I'm gonna show you how this lifestyle has brought me peace of mind, why I'm not ashamed of a routine life, and how to find tranquility in simplicity. And I'm sure you can experience these benefits yourself, so watch the video till the end. As a kid, I used to think I had to live the life everyone else seemed to want to be living. Fast-paced, filled with excitement, constantly chasing the next thrill. I thought that was what success and happiness looked like. When I saw everyone else on Instagram partying, traveling, having meals in expensive restaurants, and living these exciting lives, I felt inadequate. I believed I was missing out on something. But as I reflect on it now, I've realized how wrong I was. All this goes way back in time. One dark evening after university classes, I was walking to the subway station with a friend of mine. I hated him. I don't mean I thought he was a bad person or something. It's just that his conversations often left me thinking about what he'd said for hours, sometimes even days. And sometimes he had this way of framing questions and topics that made me feel like my life was somehow lacking, like it wasn't enough. As we talked, he suddenly asked me something that hit me hard. Don't you feel like you're doing something wrong with your life? All those CEOs, athletes, and influencers are having the best of their lives. But why are you here? Why are we doing the same thing day after day? You'll never be like them. Isn't that terrible? That night, as I got back home, I couldn't focus on anything. I felt restless, like there was something I needed to figure out. I started thinking, maybe my life really is falling short. Maybe I'll never be successful or live that kind of lifestyle. What am I doing with my life? Was it unhealthy? Absolutely. But still, I couldn't shake the thoughts. I kept picturing those things I thought would fill my days. Surfing tidal waves, jumping out of airplanes, partying non-stop. These were the things I believed would define success as I got older. But you know what? It never happened. More than that, the more I thought about it, the more I realized I didn't actually want any of it. But what I really wanted was consistent progress in what I chose was most important in my life at the moment. I didn't need flashy experiences or constant novelty. I did those types of things from time to time, but they weren't a core part of my life. In my day-to-day life, I wanted something quieter, more stable. I didn't need to chase after excitement or thrill. Therefore, what I needed was routine and time to reflect. I started waking up earlier, prioritizing my fitness, and spending quality time with the people who meant the most to me. I've realized that it was totally okay that my version of success doesn't look like the one portrayed on social media. Something incredible started to happen. I began to feel like I was in control of my own life. I was making focused, directed efforts towards the things that truly mattered to me. And I felt so proud of myself. That feeling of control came from the simple fact that I was doing. I wasn't running around from one thing to the next, trying to chase a life that wasn't mine. It wasn't about racing through life, trying to tick off as many experiences as I could. It was about knowing that the effort I was putting in, however small, was adding up to something meaningful. The sense of progress, no matter how slow, felt amazing. On top of it, I felt better in the moment. I was living in a way that was healthy for both my body and mind. I gave up sugar, took better care of my diet, and focused on staying physically fit. My energy levels were higher, and my health was at its peak. But it wasn't just about physical health. I also focused on the most important people in my life, my family and close friends. I was more present, more connected, and it felt just right. What I realized was that a great life for me meant having control, consistency, and focus in the areas that matter most. We all want to feel like we're part of something bigger, to be accepted by our peers. Not gonna lie, I still worry about this a lot. But for me, that meant losing sight of what truly mattered. my own peace, my health, and my long-term goals. At times, this meant I had to make tough decisions, like choosing quiet nights in, focusing on my personal growth, and saying no to social gatherings. The fear of being seen as boring or out of touch weighed heavily on me. It was hard, but I started to realize that fitting in with others wasn't worth compromising my own values and desires. Over time, I began to embrace the idea that fitting in with myself was the most important thing. I started to understand that while it's easy to be swept away by the noise of others' expectations, true fulfillment comes from living according to my own standards, not those set by society or peer pressure. I learned that the more I stayed true to myself, the more confident I became in my choices. A tool that has been incredibly helpful in this journey has been journaling. Journaling has allowed me to track my progress, keep my goals clear, and assess my emotional state. Writing down my thoughts has been a way for me to reflect on daily achievements, doubts, and areas for growth. It helps me stay grounded and focused on the bigger picture. When things get overwhelming, I can look back at my journal and see how far I've come. It reminds me that it's not about perfection, it's about small steps and staying on course. As I've grown into this simpler, more routine lifestyle, I've also realized the importance of setting boundaries. In both my personal and professional life, boundaries are essential. Saying no to distractions, to things that don't align with my values, to people or events that drain me, has allowed me to focus more on my health, my relationships, and my personal growth. I've always loved spending time alone. It's a huge boundary for me, and at times it's something I've had to protect. In a world where everyone else is constantly available, constantly on social media, and always moving around, taking time for yourself is kind of rare. But I feel like it's the right thing to do. It's during this time alone that I recharge, reflect, and find clarity. I've come to understand that solitude is a space where I get to connect with myself, where I can nurture my mental well-being and deepen my self-awareness. It's not always easy. It's hard to turn down social invitations, especially when everyone else seems to be having a good time, but I've learned that quality matters more than quantity. Choosing to spend time with people who uplift me while also setting aside time for myself has brought balance to my life. This is how I've been able to stay focused on my goals without getting lost in the noise. And if you enjoyed this video so far, hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this. Now let's get back to my routines. One of the key aspects of my lifestyle is my morning and evening routine. At first, it seemed like a small thing, but I soon realized how much I enjoy them. There is something special about it. I wake up and start my day with a bit of structure. I give myself enough time before heading outside so I can move through each part of my routine without rushing. This allows me to approach everything with calmness and enjoy the process. 3 things that have been a steady part of my morning routine for a while now are skincare, meditation, and coffee, and each of them plays a unique role in my daily life. Taking the time each morning to nourish my skin helps me feel more connected to myself and reinforces my desire to look and feel as young and healthy as possible. Morning meditation helps me remember the simple blessings in life, like the warmth of my bed, the roof over my head, the support of my family and friends, and my health. It clears my mind, helping me set a calm, focused tone for whatever the day holds. And then there is coffee with milk. There is something so blissful about it. The quiet moment of savoring something that tastes absolutely outstanding. I can't get tired of it. It's the perfect companion to my morning routine, giving me a comforting, enjoyable pause before diving into the rest of the day. How about my evening routine, which is just as important? It's all about moving away from your worries and transitioning to a calm state that will help you get a good night's sleep. My evening routine starts with a warm shower to release the tension from the day. Then comes my evening skincare routine, just a cleanser and a moisturizer, just like in the morning. Taking those few minutes to care for my skin helps me feel grounded and prepared for the quiet hours ahead. Afterward, I enjoy calm, nourishing dinner, something light and comforting to fuel my body without making me feel sluggish. It's important for me to enjoy the food without rushing through it, so I don't take my phone to the kitchen. Finally, I end the evening with reading, usually a book or something interesting that helps me relax. It's the perfect way to disconnect from the stresses of the day. This process of slowing down at the end of the day has become my way of appreciating the progress I've made. It's a moment to reflect on what I've achieved, no matter how small, and to disconnect from the noise of the day. By the time I'm ready to sleep, I feel calmer, more at peace, and ready to rest, knowing that tomorrow will bring more opportunities to grow. The long-term benefits of the consistency of such daily routines are profound. It's not about doing something hard once in a while and expecting to see change. It's not about pushing myself to my limits at the gym just once in a while and thinking that will get me fit. It's about consistent, regular workouts, sometimes repetitive, sometimes not thrilling, but always contributing to steady progress. It's not about eating superfoods once a week to counterbalance the fast food you eat the rest of the time. It's about having healthy, consistent eating habits. This kind of steady, sustainable routine has a far greater impact than occasional bursts of effort. Alright, that would be all of what I wanted to share with you guys. Subscribe to my channel and watch my next video. I truly hope this one was helpful, and definitely have a good day.